Hi, everyone. It's been a while since I have come to you, and there's a few things we need to talk about. So, first, I have been using black tea firming overnight mask. I really, really like it, even if sometimes I don't use it overnight, so I admit to that, but I really do use it overnight, sometimes, most of the time, and it's very thick. So, I just want you to be aware of that. And it really does do a great job moisturizing. I've been using also this thing called Umbreon Clay by Fresh. I really, really like it as as an exfoliant before. And right now, what I have on my face is a rose deep hydration face cream. It is so thick, super, super thick. And I don't really like thick, but it definitely I definitely enjoy it. I enjoy that completely. So, Fresh. Really, really like Fresh products. I also have been trying, and I don't have it with me, so I'll probably save that for the next video because Patterns has a few new things and they're pretty awesome. Let's talk about Meghan and Harry. I'm gonna start us off by, and I actually got into it on Instagram because of this whole notion of biracial. And I am fully aware of understanding by the context of being biracial, but and how people find that they really, really believe that this is super, super important to make sure that we identify every ethnic group in our background. Look, I understand in my I understand part of me of where this is going, but the other part of me doesn't understand this. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Let me go get my book. Um, I am actually wearing Ivy Park today. So um let me explain to you why. And mm, as I'm looking for this, there's a book called Ebony and Ivy with Greg Wilder. And um, let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. This this idea of biracial is really a new concept, even though we've had mixed race children for a long time. One of the issues is there was a court case, um, and the court case was Alexander Whistletoe. It is the Bastard case in New York City. Commissioners of the Alms House versus Alexander Whistletoe, a Black man, in 1808. Why does this matter? The case was trying to decide if the person was Black or not. And and color cannot be a determining factor in regards to understanding if a person is Black or white. So therefore, they had testimony, they had experts, and the conclusion was that 1/8 of a person's bloodline has to be Black in order to determine if the person is Black or not. So that means that your great grandmother or grandfather on either one of your lines is the determining factor on if you are Black or not. Okay. Why is this significant? Is because in this conversation, and I think this is the most repulsive part of, first of all, Meghan was treated poorly, not because of her quote unquote white side, but because it doesn't matter what her quote unquote white side was. She's Black. She appears in the world as a Black woman. And this is why I got so annoyed with some of these Instagram people who was like, oh, because she's biracial. No, it was because she was Black. And let me tell you even more. That wedding was Black. That was a Black wedding. You had a Black officiant. You had a Black person who spoke. You had a Black person who, you had African songs. You had, some going back to the church in America, right? Some hymns that we sing in our Black churches. You had uh, uh, a choir. You had that wedding was so Black. I was stunned at how Black it was. And I understand why she did what she did. Because these people sat around before they got married and had a conversation with Harry to discuss if he were to marry her, how dark would this kid be? Now, they looked at her, and she's much lighter than I am. And they looked at him. The odds are that the kid's gonna come out looking pretty light. But they looked at that mama. Her mother is not a light-skinned woman. And they like, there is a chance that that kid can come out looking like her with the hair texture like her and skip, because we know that that grandparent is not a great grandparent. That she's going to be a grandma. And this kid is not going to be able to ever forget that she or he is Black. They treated her like a dog. And I don't understand that in 2021, we're still having conversations about how people show up in the world. I don't care about even, don't make me pull up my Tiger Woods book. People want to bring Tiger Woods up into this conversation. First of all, this is not about Tiger Woods. But if you want to bring him up, then let's talk about, people want to say because he wants to distinguish his whole heritage. Fine. That he doesn't know that he shows up as a Black man. He knows it. He absolutely knows it. And you know why he knows it? Read his book. Read his book. He knows how he shows up in the world. He knows that he is treated. He had been treated, and he continues to be treated as a Black man. It is what it is. I would say that is something that he has been pressing against. And he's doing it in the way that he thinks that is best for him. I get that. I understand that. But at the same frame, in the same line, in the same understanding, he still appears and he is still treated. He still shows up as a Black man. And it's unfortunate. And bringing it back to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end it on this, because this Watching it last night got me really riled up because I was like, and Black Twitter is hilarious. Black Twitter is not dealing with the okey doke and all these people talking about how um, Meghan was not being truthful, that their son did get protection. I think I'm a no. I think Meghan and Harry would know if their son didn't have a title. I think they would have a clue before any of us would know. And they're the ones who said, my kid doesn't have a title. And the reason why my it was important for my kid to have a title is because they're my kid is never going to be protected. Why would any mother, why would any husband want to subject their wife and children to how they were treated and unprotected, unsupported? Why would they even stay in a system like that? They would not stay. You know why? Because that's what being a husband is. That is what being a husband is. I'm going to say that I was extremely proud of Prince Harry. I've always been, but last night, I was even more extremely proud of Prince Harry. And I was even more extremely proud I was extremely proud of Prince Harry. And then I think Diana, his mother, would have been extremely proud of how her son is behaving. The fact that the fact that she had uh, um, the fact that she had a fund simply for her son, just in case fund, since the family cut him off, is is it's just sad, because you would think that, clearly clearly and I was extremely disappointed with Prince William. I think that her I think a mother as a mother, I would hate that my kids are not able to kind of communicate, but at the same token, shame on you, Prince Henry, Prince William. I mean, shame, shame, shame. And then Diana knew her husband was trash. He was a cheater. He cheated on her throughout the whole marriage. She knew he was trash. And she knew that I bet she knew that he was going to treat Prince William differently than Prince Harry, because Prince William was the next in line heir, and Prince Harry is less likely to be king. So why should I treat him and and develop him to be king when the likelihood is he ain't gonna be king? And so therefore I think that he made it easier for him to make the decision that he did. It clearly, she is Diana's son. Harry is Diana's son, and William is Charles's son. And I mean, there are moments in that interview, and I'm tearing up now. There are moments in that interview that really was like, hug. Because, and then, of course, what was trending was Tyler Perry. The fact that Tyler Perry can come in and provide a sense of protection for these people that the Royals were unwilling to do. This is the epitome of an FU to the FU to the FU. Like, I mean, that's really how I feel at this moment. I mean, we all knew, but um, I mean, it's really unfortunate. It is so unfortunate. Anyway, if you are going to be in my messages, in my comments, saying anything negative about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, then you will be deleted. Because not on my watch and not today. Not today and not on my watch will I let you get into the comments and say something ill about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Have a great afternoon.